Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning and welcome. It's Nurse Richard, the Wax Wizard. Thanks for joining me. Good one this. There's 2 ears in this. The first one is relatively straightforward, no less satisfying though. And the second one is another outing for the Cawthorne hook, which I know a lot of you like the other one that I used. And I'm finding that I'm using it more and more, finding it really good. Don't get me wrong, Neil's tools are great. But for a particular one, such as the one you're about to see, I think the Cawthorne hook is really good. And I know Connor's a fan of it as well. It's actually made from the same mould as his. Thanks to Alan from at Chef Med for that, by the way. I have to give him a shout out as he gave that to me. Speaking of Connor, I got something I want to ask you all a bit later. So stick with me on that because I've got some questions I need you to reply in the comments for it. So stick with me. First and foremost, I want to say a big thank you to my friend Terry, who always sends the kids loads of goodies. They got some sweets last night, which they were very excited about. I did film a video of them opening them. They lost their mind because they're quite keen on American sweets because you can't get them over here. What kids don't like sweets, but they particularly like these because they're just so rare over here, you can't get them. So thank you for that. But not only that, now, as you know, or if you don't know, I'm going to tell you, this is the episode I'm going to use the Cawthorne hook for, but I'm going to have to separate it from I'm going to try and lift it up, put my teeth back in again, lift it up off the canal wall first with a suction, because if I go and try and hoik that out with a hook, I don't want to graze the ear canal. I want it to be a bit more separated. It was a real tough thing, this. You will enjoy it. So yeah, if you haven't watched my channel before, sometimes we do talk about other stuff other than ears. If you haven't watched my channel before, you will already know that. And you'll know that there's a running theme of, I once told a couple of jokes in an episode ages ago, this. Someone said, oh, you got to make that a daily thing. And we call them dad jokes because I am a dad of 3 and that's my job, to embarrass my children with a terrible array of dad jokes. And I ran out of jokes, so somebody kindly sent me a book. Which one was first? I think it was this one. Terry sent me that one. That was the first one. And then Claire sent me another one. And then along with the sweets that the kids got yesterday, he got 2 more. So 600 funniest dad jokes. And dad jokes, the good, the bad and the ugly. And the terrible, sorry. I think they're all terrible. So we'll just have a couple from this and then I'll get on to what I was talking about before. Have a look at this when I'm lifting it up. You'll see why it didn't come away pretty freely. And it's why I needed to get the hook involved. My son just threw a milk carton at me. How dare he? Awful. What's a mouse's favourite game? Hide and squeak. Wah, wah, wah. That's a shocker. What's the scariest plant in the forest? Bamboo. No. I do have a joke about construction, but I'm still working on it. Shockers. Yeah, so here is the Cawthorne hook, which is a metal hook. And I thought it would come out quite easily. You will see why in a minute why it didn't. Because there's a really thick layer of dead skin underneath this that's anchoring it to the canal. And it's clinging on for dear life. Now, you probably wonder, there's slightly different techniques of using hooks. Some will go over the top, and I don't like not being able to see the end of it. So it's why I kind of get it at the top and roll it forward a little bit. Because if you can't see the end of it, you don't know where the point of it is. And whilst you can have a very good idea where the base of the ear canal is or the sides of it, you can never be 100% sure. So I would rather always have the tip in line of sight. I'd rather not put it behind where I can't see it. And have a look at this stretchy, dead skin. And I looked at that and thought, whoa, wow. I mean, first you get a bit suspicious. Why is there a lot of dead skin? I mean, it looked okay, to be fair. But I think this was where we finally managed to stick it into that layer of dead skin and pull it out. I've totally forgot to ask you the questions that I was going to ask you, because we're nearly at the end now. So in a couple of weeks after this video is released, I'm going to go do a training course with Connor from Durham Hearing. So I have to update my training every couple of years. And it's been held at Alto Hearing, which is the practice of Adam. You might have seen him out there on social media too. He put some videos out as well. So we're going to do a bit of content. Connor's quite keen to do some content. I've been speaking to him. We came up with a few ideas. We're going to do a Q&A. So I want your questions. They don't have to be ears, audiology or nursing related. It can be literally anything. It can be about content creation, whatever you think. You know me, I'm an open book. So will you leave us some comments that we can ask to both myself, Adam and Connor in the comments, and I will pick some to do in that content. I have also ordered, I think this was suggested in one of Reese's lives, that you lot should really have a challenge where you play a game of Operation. Now, if you don't know if you've seen Operation, it's like, it's a board game. I remember doing it back in the 70s and 80s, show me age here now. And you get a tiny little pair of tweezers and you have to pick up little bones or objects out of this board, which is this man who's lying on a operating table without touching the sides, otherwise it buzzes and you're gone. So it's like a steady hand test. So I have ordered from Amazon a game of Operation. And don't tell them this if you watch any of their other videos, because I want it to be a surprise. So please don't tell them, but I have ordered a game of Operation, and I'm going to see if I can get them to participate in a little challenge as well as the Q&A. But yeah, leave your comments down below so I can gather some questions together for them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. But for now, take care of yourself and I'll see you soon. Ta-ra.